Hey peeps. So back at it again, and I have a theory. Well, it's not so much a theory anymore, it's kind of obvious. So, I was completely wrong about who the character in Heroes Reborn lore, because they never show the character. But supposedly Claire was dating someone named Hammer. Remember, that's a code name. And for like the trivia portion of that page, it said, quote, "He wears a heavy jacket." Excuse me. Which Claire puts up with because basically she puts up with it in return for being called fucking, get ready for this, Blondie. Now, there's only one character who said, quote, "I have a thing for blondes, Barbie, Blondie," Doyle, the puppet master, who Claire absolutely hates. So how they got together and had Tommy, or the bigger question, did Claire die in childbirth at all? I mean, everybody seems to take that one as canon. Just because she's so non-present. She's only mentioned when HRG, after the explosion in the first episode, is yelling Claire. So apparently Claire was there. And, you know, we're talking about Noah Bennett. He knows shit. You know, he knows shit. I mean, he's been with the company. He's been with Primatech. You know, he knows almost all the info on all the evolved humans / evos / specials / people with abilities. Or in the, what's that? The Sony original show, Powers, yeah, Powers. They just call them Powers. Sometimes the characters and heroes are called heroes and villains, but not as much as, like, you know, comic books. Name a comic book, really. It's in there. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I can dissect it. I mean, Hammer, you know, it's weighty, it's hard. You know, no one has some kind of, like, perfect accuracy with a hammer. Not even, like, you know, a carpenter. They're more accurate. They're not like a god with a hammer, because it's heavy in some way, shape, or form. You know, you have to pay attention to the weight of it. So a heavy jacket. Now I'm doing Heroes Marathon, and I think only a couple times Doyle wore a heavy jacket. And he's like, well, as far as his telekinesis goes, it's just manipulating people. So, instead of all the things that, you know, Siler can do, you know, move objects in any way he wants, or do other things, you know, the brain cutting, just, the thing is, I actually got to, I don't know how I found this on the internet, but that, you know, confidential government file on Gabriel Gray, and it showed you, you know, his original ability, intuitive aptitude, and it showed, like, you know, different aspects of his powers: elemental, physical, time, spatial, and his cerebral capabilities were at 90 fucking percent. Now, that harkens back to when he got Claire's regenerative healing power / invincibility, depending on how you look at it. You're special. You're not like the others. You can never die. And I couldn't kill you even if I wanted to. And now I suppose neither can I. I know I kind of like butchered that, but... And there's also where Hero goes, the past, like his date with Destiny with the cheerleader, going to make him immortal. I mean, and then that is the first episode, and then, like, I think episode 14 of season 4, so it's simultaneously 2 times at once, simultaneously 2 episodes. Okay, I'm just going to say watch it, and it'll make sense. So yeah, all signs are pointing to Doyle, the puppet master from the carnival, being Hammer. I'm disgusted with that. I really think that based on who Siler is, / Gabriel Gray, and Claire Bennett, they have the similarities thing when he does that faux abduction of, what's her name? God. The girl I was convinced was sexually attracted to her, Claire. Trust me. It's like I have my own intuitive aptitude. I was like, okay, it doesn't really seem like she wants to go the friend route. Gretchen. That's her name. Alright. So now that we have that, if you don't believe me, go to the Heroes Wikipedia, not the section for NBC's Heroes on the regular Wikipedia, and look under either the facts section or the type in Hammer, and then go to the trivia. And the second one isn't so much pointing to Doyle, but it does say something about Doyle we don't know. That Claire has a sanctuary in Italy, or somewhere around that area. So apparently Doyle's loaded. I don't know, I mean, if they would have included that, I mean, I really trust Tim Kring, because even though Heroes Reborn as a whole was a fail for me, it did have some really good moments. But it didn't really do almost everything the regular Heroes did. And there were so many different kinds of symbolisms that were just so important, like, we found out that Mohinder, all the research and everything, it was because he craved power. He wanted it. Like a macro version of Siler's hunger. And he finally, in the end, had superhuman strength. But it was kind of passive. Like, I'd rather use my mind, my intelligence, my intellect, instead of physical force. And then there's Siler. He can do basically anything as of Brave New World. And the telekinesis is, he can influence the world, but not his own whole character, his soul. He is what he is. Andrea Petrelli said it the best. You have an ability, and, to want more, to know more, to have more. Siler says it himself. He couldn't stop it, so it turned him into a killer. He couldn't stop his ability, not him. But let's get back on track. So I'm trying to piece this puzzle together, which I already had together if the father was Siler. I mean, you know, first of all, I mean, I'll admit the thought of Doyle having sex with Claire is just disgusting to me. Because he's a fat, bald weirdo. But, yeah. But definitely check the Heroes Wikia. I think that's what it's called. And type in Hammer. Go to the trivia. Yeah, he calls her Blondie. No other character, to my knowledge, after this, like, third or fifth, probably sixth marathon of Heroes, calls her that. I mean, I didn't think that, that would be a hero's fact. I guess we'll never know. But if that's the absolute truth of it, fuck. Because the problem is that Claire's just smarter than that. That's my only kind of reason. Alright, so peace. Sorry about being like laggy and slow, like some bad internet connection. I'm just tired. And yeah. But thank you for listening. And if you want to, like, comment, and subscribe. I have 4 videos, I think maybe 5, of me performing actual telekinesis. But it's up to you to decide whether it's real or not. Just don't call it magic. It disgusts me. It goes against all of the training that I've done. Because you can just say that. You can say, oh, he's using those weird magician strings. Or, oh, he's doing this. Anything other than the truth. I mean, I could get all weepy about it, but yeah, I'm starting to get a little weepy about it. These people are real. Maybe Mark Maves is a fake, but the truth is, it's a real thing. I mean, you're not going to get like Siler. And even if you are, that's going to take years and years and years of practice and experimentation with the technique. So it's real. I'll even post a brand new video with some extravagant things I can do. So, peace. It's like Siler. But thank you for watching. And for anyone who's ever posted a comment on my channel, thank you. So, I'm going to try to get like a couple hours of sleep. And I am going to bring you some more Heroes videos in the future. So, time to go hit the hay, man. I got to go back to bed.